Okay, let's get going. Let's get started. So, real quick before we get into the what happened last time, because then we're gonna get straight into the whole roleplay moment. This is gonna be the beach episode. Y'all had just completed some stuff. I wanted to give you guys some time. Uh, Most of this session will be talking about and rebuilding Draville. Y'all are gonna take essentially a elongated break fixing Draville. Again, unless you guys completely throw me with a Hail Mary and don't want to stay in Draville, don't give a shit about it, everything, but you guys seem to be putting a lot of effort in it. So I thought it'd be fun if together, through the map maker that I make maps on, we can create Draville, and then between this session and next session, I will try to build Draville in Tailspire based on how we build it here.
Hell yeah.
That'll be wild.
And then I have a Google Doc open with. Actually, I don't have the Google Doc open. I will go ahead and get the Google Doc open. Town of.
I will go ahead and have the Google
Doc. So I'm gonna have a Google Doc open that's going to talk about the town, and the residents and everything. So we'll put all the important NPCs, for example, like your kobold friend shit. He'll have a place. We'll name it. We'll put it. I think I named it before, like shit, but we can all name it together. It's not a big deal. Rosenthorn will have a place. The Thimblebottoms will have a place, and then we have some other people. I've done a rough estimate about how many people would be in the town. And everything, so we'll have to put down some houses for them, some farms, some stuff like that, and kind of build out this small little quaint town for what it is. And then part of it too will be we're gonna build y'all, because y'all are the heroes of Draville, heroes of Rhymefell. You guys are kind of known now. The town will definitely want to build you a house, which I'll find like something in Tailspire and kind of build up something for y'all to have like we've done before in campaigns where y'all will have a nice little like mansion for y'all's self. In between this session and next session, I'm gonna give you guys each 2 NPCs, and y'all can kind of figure out and build those 2 NPCs as well. So like we've done before with like cook and head of house and all the. I'm just gonna give out like 6 of them, and then y'all can kind of pick and choose who you guys want to do. Now you can, as like captain of the guard for your place, you can definitely go and recruit Helga or Captain Garen. Sorry, Knight Helga and Commander Garen now. But if y'all take those guys out of Rhymefell, the next time you're in Rhymefell, you're gonna have less allies there. So it's kind of the give and take. Is like you take out everybody from Rhymefell, all you have is Lord Kieran, and then within the guards you won't have allies there. But again, if y'all like those characters, you feel free to do that. That's not a big deal.
Oh, we're making.
Yep. So without further ado, we'll jump in and do our little recap from last time. So, last time, our friendly neighborhood adventurers, y'all had been met face to face with the stranger that you'd found out was a changeling, and you had eventually learned his name is Mephalius. You had been tracking him since your adventures with the kobolds. Ryan, are you looking for the name? Oh, okay. So you guys were tracking this changeling from the kobold catacombs you guys had originally gone to, as well as tracking down Duke Evergreen's sword that you assumed was lost to time and space. With tracking of all of this, you guys eventually made your way to Rhymefell, met up with the Lord Kieran after some exploits with the Guild of Light Pockets and their leader called the Broker, that you guys ended up dispelling from the city and the town, removing them and kind of cleaning up Rhymefell from its scum and villainy. You met with Lord Kieran, and he gave you a quest to go and meet with an inventor that was inventing a magical weapon for Rhymefell, so Rhymefell could declare independence from the capital of Galen, Valenfrost. Valenfrost has a mighty army, so he was hoping this weapon would kind of turn away the army, or at least give them a fighting chance from defending themselves to the point where Valenfrost would say it's a lost cause, let them have their independence. You guys rightfully assumed that this was Mephalius, this changeling you'd been seeking out, and went in expecting that. You met with his cult of blue-eyed children, and then confronted the man. Last session, you fought his big automaton that is labeled the hulking automaton, which was another prototype that you guys had dealt with before. You guys defeated it with smart brains as Graham dispelled the magic around it. You then did a lot of research on Mephalius' findings that he left, and gathered up the information, because the last thing Mephalius said to you was that he was going to Valenfrost to complete his objective, and he told you guys to leave him the fuck alone if you really didn't want to get involved with his shit. The other revelation was that Tomon, it was revealed that your true father was not the Emperor. Your true mother was actually the Empress, and your father was the changeling known as Mephalius, or at least he claimed he was. Through other accounts within the Tower Isafel that you were in, you learned that this was indeed truth, or at least a truth that Mephalius himself believes. So as far as you can go. And then when you guys had decided to descend down to the depths of Tower Isafel past the blue-eyed children, you interacted with the basement where you found heaping piles of corpses of cultists from before that had been quote-unquote ascended. You then found out what ascension meant, and it was their brains were stitched together and pieced together to make a artificial elder brain. This artificial elder brain was what controlled the automatons that you guys had dealt with before, these drone-like automatons. You swiftly dispatched it against Graham's best wishes, and it ended up sending out a psionic resonance that killed every single one of the cultists in Tower Isafel. Leaving the tower, a little ashamed at the amount of death that was in your wake, Remus interacted with the Moon Knights of the goddess Luna for the first time, and he made quite a stink with them, ensuring that they will be rivals for the future. But after dispelling them and removing their ability to fight, kind of scaring them a little bit with your spookiness, you headed out back to Rhymefell, where you were greeted by Lord Kieran, congratulated on your victory against Mephalius, but excuse me. The celebrations were cut short as another artificial elder brain had been found within the city. You guys quickly tried to deal with it, but in so, and dealing with magic you didn't quite understand, Tomon was taken over by this elder brain and attacked, killing Graham for but a moment. Tomon then snapped out of it. Remus took the brain into his own hands, flew it up by taking on the last boon from Lilith, his goddess, and saved the entire town from the horrible psionic resonance that the brain was going to unleash. In becoming Heroes of Rhymefell, adding to your title of Heroes of Draville, you then marched your way happily back to Draville, where not only did you reunite the son with his mother that she had asked you to do, but you also reunited Duke Evergreen with his sword that he had lost. And you guys had met up with Rose, Thorn, Shit, the Thimblebottoms, all of your allies had kind of congregated in Draville, this broken down town where everybody's currently living in Duke Evergreen's kind of mansion that is the last, like, really structurally sound place. You took a grand feast, a nice relaxing sleep, and then we ended with the revelation that Graham had taken too long to finish his task with the Black Hand and was excommunicated, marked for death, and commanded to return to in order to seek the judgment that you deserved. In doing so, something changed about Graham. His curse began spreading to his forehead and around his eye patch that no longer the eye patch can hold it. The pain was so excruciating that he screamed out a blood-curdling scream and awoken all of you in your hangover state, including Duke Evergreen, and that is where we ended. So if you guys would like to roleplay and do whatever it is you'd like to do, we can feel free to do that. Oh, real quick before you guys get into that. Mac, I have given you the rules, the homebrew rules for the curse, and I know you know them, but I will say them out loud for the few viewers we have that watch. But your curse is known as the Lich's Curse. The flavor text is this is a curse that has been put on you from one of many ways. Once you have it, it is near impossible to get rid of. The curse infects every being of your body and begins to distort and change who you are to your very core until you are a shell of your former self. When you gain this curse, you also gain the following ability: a free action to gather your dormant magical forces within you to help aid you with your task. You can gain a 5% to your curse and gain a +5 bonus of your choice to your roll. This can be used after you roll, but before you learn of the outcome of the roll, whether you pass or fail. At the different levels of the curse, you must gain effects, and currently you're only on the 5%, which is all you can see. At 5% of the curse, you gain the following resistances to magical effects. So when magic is cast at you from the source of acid, cold, fire, or electricity, you get a 5 resistance bonus to that, which is pretty substantial at your guys' level. That's pretty good. You can also, though, no longer gain temporary hit points from any source.
Yay.
Got it.
And that is all you have. I have informed Mac, as Graham's player, that if he were to dive deeper into the curse, at certain moments he will unlock more abilities that will just immediately proc. Most of the levels of them have negatives and powerful bonuses. So the deeper you delve into this curse, the deeper. I have informed Mac, though, that the final level, past 100% of the curse, I will take over his character. He will fully be consumed by this curse, and he will lose control of Graham.
Is it like a meter thing?
It is a percentage. So he starts at 5%. Every time he gains, every time he uses his ability, he gains 5%.
Is there a way to D% yourself?
No, there's no way currently in his in his bag of tricks for him to D% himself.
Gotcha.
There may be ways later if Graham searches those out, but currently there is no way for him to do that. So again, you guys can start with this, like, you're woken up by this blood-curdling rat scream, and he's like writhing on the floor in pain.
I'm in a cheese wheel, thank you.
This is true.
No, you stood up out of the cheese wheel when the Black Hand guy got there.
No, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, so Graham's probably just weeping, screaming. I'd assume pretty loudly, considering it's just, like, rotting.
Yeah, like, it's slowly getting to that point where I said it was, while you're screaming as they're all waking up.
Yeah, it's pretty much just live necrosis. So, you know, nothing happy.
Graham, is that you? Are you? I don't know why I did the.
Oh, that's Tilmon's
the
reaction
action.
to a blood-curdling scream. Interesting, okay.
Is that you?
Are you finished? Are you all right? Dear God, your eye.
Yes.
I'll like run over with I'll try to like shove a potion like in his mouth or something.
Yeah, I was about to say I was gonna cast Lay on Hands because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Duke Evergreen,
my hands might work.
who's in the same room as y'all, he wakes up at this and he's a little groggy, but he'll follow Remus and go over and lay on hands. Nothing stops the tearing of the flesh, this like necrosis that's forming where the flesh is dying. And all of you have, well, Tomon less so, but recently you've seen that. But Remus, you've definitely seen death and like a corpse afterwards, as it like necrosis hits and the flesh starts rotting and everything, this is almost like super fast, like 10 times faster. It's like happening in real time, and you're watching the flesh around his eye, like from where the eye patch is, descend out. Ascend out. As it's doing that, Duke Evergreen rips the eye patch off to try to see like what's happening under it, and when he does, you see Graham's eye for probably the first time in a while, because I think Graham has shown it to you guys before.
Just
He
was.
has, yeah.
But it's way worse. So this is his full eye is gone. The eye socket is the only thing there, and it is almost entire bone in there. Like you can physically see bone, and poking through, like right where the right here in his eye, you can see brain all the way in the back. Like you can physically see his brain. There's no blood like spewing out. It's just
Other than
horrible,
the fucking
like-
blood I'm probably making, like clawing at my face. Or
yeah,
some
yeah.
shit,
Like he's
man.
clawing there, and Duke Evergreen is like telling Remus to like hold him down so he stops hurting himself. But he's like clawing, itching at it, and like cutting the flesh that's fine and good as he's like screaming. He's like grabbing his claws and like ripping them into the floorboards and everything. Like it's horrible for Graham. For a good 5 minutes, you guys do everything to stop it. Nothing will stop it, and then finally it slows down. Duke Evergreen will like run, and he grabs some medical supplies and gives Graham some like things like essentially like opium or morphine, like the medieval equivalent of it, to like numb the pain a little bit for you. And you start to kind of come out of that like white burning pain, and you just see everyone over you like looking distraught. Tomad's probably holding in last night's dinner.
What part are you at, guys? I don't know what to say. He's probably more relieved now than anything. Like he's just kind of relaxed. His body was tense the whole time, so it's just kind of like, you know.
Okay, if you're gonna relax out, then I'll chill. Then I'll quit holding you
Well,
down.
he's
to
giving
the
me like
cold ass floor.
morphine. Fuck.
Yeah, no. It's
Well, it's
just
more
as
opium, but yeah, like
Still.
like yeah.
a painkiller. Yeah, if you're gonna relax out, then I'll chill my grip so it's not so fucking suffocating with 3 people hovering
But-
around you.
I'd assume what would happen. I don't know if it stopped or not, but I'd like, it was probably just around like the eye socket, just enough. And now I'd say it's more like coming around over here.
Yes, yeah, that's like the whole thing.
So
yeah.
it's way past the eye socket, and it's pretty much just slowly necrosing to the bone until it stops there. And
like
that's when
part
the
of his
pain stops.
nose, that's part of it. This entire like nostril is like gone. The flesh has died and fallen off. So it's like half of his nose is like cut in half. It's horrible.
And it's just black tenderly shit, right?
It's like black dead skin that's just barely holding on. And the only
Straight-
reason it's still on and there's still skin is because there's fresh skin that's totally chill around it.
Right.
And you guys literally watched it grow until it stopped. When it stopped, you guys were like, okay, what the fuck? Why did it stop? And that's when Duke Evergreen went and got like the morphine, like opium sort of thing, and gave that to Graham.
If anything, he'd probably be like, "Hey, Patch, can I get the patch back? I'd rather cover it up rather than leave it all out there for you guys."
Duke Evergreen hands it to you, and it is clawed up and ripped up by
Oh, yeah.
you in your like horrible state.
He's just laying it on his eye at that point.
Duke Evergreen like takes it off and he puts like a nice rag over it, like a wet rag to like cover the whole thing for you.
That's
then
colder
wraps
than
him.
I remember, but that's nice.
Wrap like an ace bandage or something like around it, like
Yeah.
like a head.
So Duke Evergreen will speak up after doing all this because you guys won't, and he'll kind of be like, "By the gods, Graham, what the hell sort of, what is this?"
You know, that's a good question, man. My mother gave me the eye patch, told me not to expose myself because it's like a vulnerable area. I don't even know what it is. That hurt. Like that hurt really bad.
I can imagine.
Rocky around it.
It's not hurting anymore.
No, I mean,
You too. It's
I
not
can't feel
spreading
much.
visually, correct?
Doesn't seem like it to me.
Do you remember anything, Graham, before it happened? Any indication as to why this would have happened?
Yeah, now that you do say that, that item that you sent people for, yeah, I didn't get it fast enough, and I'm supposed to go back to
The
my
item for
home.
your Black Hand contact.
Yeah. And now I'm supposed to go home to face capital punishment.
So they were trying to kill you. Got it.
Well,
Well, then, with my knowledge and years of adventuring, I think I can quantify what this is.
good luck with that.
This
You
is
know what this is?
this is called the Lich's Curse. It's a known curse amongst the Black Hand. It's one of the reasons why I kindly asked you to leave them when you originally disclosed that you were working with them. This is what I meant by dark magics and bad shit.
I wasn't working with them. They were my family.
I hate to tell you this, Graham, but your family fucking sucks.
Is there a way to get rid of it?
Not to my knowledge. When I was adventuring with my party, that many seasons ago, we ran across a village that had, they had a child, had this curse casted upon them as part of a cost for keeping a magic item from the Black Hand. And as much as we tried, the child was eventually consumed by the curse. I believe Graham is currently living on borrowed time.
Makes sense. Our lay on hands did nothing.
Yes, and if the god Lythander and the goddess Lilith's powers can't do that, then I don't know what on Aldion could impact this.
Well,
I'd
you
imagine.
can't go back.
I'd imagine he'd probably be asleep while you guys were talking the whole time.
Oh, I assume, like,
because he's so loopy and
I
like
assume,
just
yeah,
tired
you go to
now.
sleep, they help you, and then this conversation happens. They're
Yeah.
not gonna talk about all this shit in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have.
Well, Duke
Okay.
Evergreen's a little bit nicer than you.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
difference between, like, Lilith and Lythander, like the god of purity and goddess of shadows. Well, I will have some of the homunculi check up on him. So that is the name which you guys would know at this point. The abominations that I was considering calling them abominations before are now called homunculi. That's the name they've
probably a
taken.
kinder name.
It is. It's a much kinder name. They appreciate it. They've taken it, and then they've also all agreed to stay in the town and continue helping, except for the dwarf. The dwarf
Okay.
Fuck you.
fled in the middle of the night while you guys were gone one night and took as much gold as he could probably carry because a bunch of the gold was stolen. and
We
he's
should murder
gone.
that guy.
Meh.
Just kill that guy.
That was Duke Evergreen's
Yep.
response to it. Like when you guys were like, "Oh, that's so," he was like, "Yeah, like that's about
Guys-
it."
Guy's an asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Please see him
wow.
again. Stupid.
That's funny.
So yeah, Duke Evergreen will call in the other two homunculi, and they don't have to sleep or eat at all. So he'll just have them kind of mend to Graham. You can see they've kind of become like essentially medics. It seems like Duke Evergreen has kind of taught them a basic medic training and everything. So they'll like take care of Graham. They give him some opium. Like
Jesus
at
Christ.
different levels, like when the pain starts hitting Graham again or anything, they'll give him that to help him sleep. They change out your like wet towel over and over again, and just
I
try to
feel
like
like it-
take care of you.
Honestly, I feel like it's not even that messy at all. I feel like it's just straight alive skin to just dead skin. Like it's.
Oh,
a
I don't
really
think it's that
fast
messy.
necrosis.
They're just trying to like do what they can because they don't know
Okay.
what to
It's-
fucking do.
It's more bedside manner
Yeah.
than it is
Okay.
healing.
Alright,
It's more
alright.
like just
It's like when you're
caring
meeting
versus,
with
like,
a hospice
stitching a wound.
person,
Yeah.
and you're taking care of them. Do you really need to do all that stuff? No, they're fucking gonna die. But
Well,
like,
Yeah.
in my brain, I was imagining it in like 8 hours, so that's much quick. Like, I'm assuming it's a longer period. Than
yeah, it's over the night they're doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
Duke Evergreen will pull you to a side and go, I'll do my best to do research and try to find any information that anybody has about this. I won't forget what you've done for this city and for me and my people. And he kind of gestures to the sword on the mantle above the fireplace. If you would stay in Draville, it would be an elongated time, but I think we could rebuild this town. Lord Kieran of Rhymefell has already sent word that his new Knight of Order, Helga, will be bringing regular supplies and men to help us build, so it shouldn't take us too long. Maybe 9-10 months of your time. We won't be able to start until winter's over anyway. Can't build in this weather.
I'll stay. Quick question. How long do you think Graham has?
The boy I knew was 6 seasons old when he got the curse, and he lived to be 18, 20 seasons. My memory on that is it's been a long time. But he lived a while. The curse did not take him. It my understanding of it is that it's a vile dark magic curse that pulls on the person's need for power. The more Graham feeds into the curse, the more it will consume him. The child, when he succumbed to the curse, was transformed into an abomination that we had to put down. I don't want that to be Graham's end, but we may have to cross that bridge at some point.
Fair
And
enough.
he looks at Toman because he sees like Revis is probably fine cutting Graham down if he turns into an abomination. He looks at Toman to like emphasize, and he says,
Yeah.
if he turns into something, we will have to kill him for the betterment of the world.
We will not let it come to that.
Good. Okay. I'm glad. Well, I'm not gonna sleep tonight with this awakening me. So I guess I will get to work on my libraries and see if I have any information. And he'll
I
kind
would
of
appreciate
head
it.
off.
Give him like a nod.
Y'all are feel free to go to sleep. You guys don't have to monitor Graham or anything. That's what the homunculi are there for. And you guys watching them kind of get a gist of they're doing like basic medical procedures and they're taking care of him. They're mostly there that if something happens, like they can put him down, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I mean, there's nothing any of us can do. If I can't heal you with the light, then I don't. That's a solo mission. There's nothing else I can fucking.
Yeah.
Like, I tried. I don't like that's there's
Yeah, the
there's
next
nothing left
option
up
is the
to me.
sword.
Yeah,
That's
the only
Jesus.
other thing he knows is
The
like I can
universal prayer.
I can do a merciful ending.
You
Like I
guys
can.
are acting like I'm dying right fucking now.
That's
Jesus.
because
Well, you are
to me,
actively
you are.
dying. Yeah.
Well, like a fourth of me.
Actually, no. You're way worse. You're not actively dying. You're actively turning into a horrible creature. Something that is without words that Duke Evergreen wouldn't utter its name. And
I
if that
mean,
happens, he
He's
said
an
it's
old
really
man.
bad.
Is he really just delusional? Like, can he remember back that far? Is he just making up stories?
He sure can't, but as far as I know, you have a curse that puts you on a clock. So as far as I'm concerned, that's dying.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
like
feel
getting
free to
cancer
dispute,
and going
but,
like, you guys
know.
are acting like I'm not gonna be here in 2
So-
years, guys. Like,
To clarify mechanic wise, this curse is timed, but the time frame is how much you use it.
right.
So
yeah,
I'm not going, and I will say this right now for the record. I will never say, Graham, take 15% on your curse because time has
Right.
lapsed.
It's full me, baby.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's all
it's,
Mac. If Mac wants to fucking kill Graham, feel free. Start spending that shit. Start going crazy.
yeah. No, I just
Tell me you fucking want a new character, and I'll make Graham turn real quick.
Yeah.
That's just the mindset that like I have. That's like getting terminal cancer and then going like, but like
That's such a
I'm gonna
funny
be fine,
comparison to
guys.
me,
It's like,
but,
well,
like,
you
Jesus.
might be, maybe,
It's
but like I don't
cancer.
fucking know.
You know how many people have died of cancer?
A lot of
Not that many.
If you get terminal cancer, the one where you die from, the one where you don't come back.
You also know,
Yeah,
Colt,
people.
the reason why a lot of people survive cancer is because of our modern medicine. This is medieval
know.
times where the go-to thing is, well, let's put leeches on him.
Here's cocaine. Yeah,
Yeah, like
here's
here's
Just
opium,
fucking open
and let's
me up.
leech you.
Jesus.
while his eye is slowly, while his flesh is literally peeling off in
Actually,
in fucking
here-
horror.
It's just
Because
a flash.
when you had necrosis happen and everything with like
It's
dead
just a
skin, what they would do, which is actually probably what they're doing, but I didn't want to get like super detailed with it because it is gross. Because it is dead skin, they put maggots on it.
Oh yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
maggots would eat the dead skin and stop it from infecting and everything. So probably that towel they're putting on is like maggots to like eat away at the dead skin and everything. But I know that that's also fucking disgusting, so I didn't want to like say that. But since we're talking about medical procedures, now we're on board.
Hey man, put some dirt in it. You know,
Might as well give me a lobotomy while we're at it.
That's like the two. It's like Tomon's like, oh, I'm so sorry, sweet summer child. Remus, rub some dirt in it. You're fucking fine. Get up.
There's salt in the room.
Listen, there's nothing I can do. All right, that's
I
what
can
I
only
learned.
actively see your brain firing off.
I tried my hardest. I gave you
Hey, that means
my
you're still
God's
living.
light.
Bro,
and that
your
didn't
lay
work.
on hands was the equivalent of "You're okay, buddy."
Lay on hands
No,
is
his lay on
God
hands-
energy pulsing
his-
through me to heal you. It is not you're okay, buddy.
No, his lay on hands was the equivalent of thoughts and prayers be with you.
That's embarrassing.
That's what it translated to. And then when I was like, all right, well, like thoughts and prayers ain't gonna work. So like that's I don't fucking that's as far as we go.
That's
man.
all.
Like,
That's all Remus knows.
that's all I got, man.
So Remus and Tomon, I almost called you Roswald. I told you once you don't use it, I'm gonna remember it now. So Remus and
I still
Tomon,
got-
are you guys going to sleep, or are you guys doing something else, or what's going on?
No, I can't go back in that room. So then I'm gonna take a look at like possible building sites.
Oh yeah, you
Stuff.
can like walk around with Duke Evergreen, then like
Yeah.
help him on his
think about like watchtower.
things,
Like
yeah.
we'll just bullshit and think about watchtowers, like
Yep.
where stuff needs to go and where it needs. Yeah.
Okay, well then, if you're gonna walk with Duke Evergreen, we can have some fun moments with that. What about you? Fuck, I wanted to say Roswell the kid. Fucking Tomas.
Roswell.
Jeez.
Yeah. What about
Get
you,
out of here,
Roswell?
fucking
Well, Toman will. He's probably gonna go walk around the city, just like clearing his head, thinking about all the
Tomon's
shit that's
camera's
happened in the
gonna
past few days.
unfocus.
Hey, Roswell,
That's what's
come
gonna
on.
happen.
No,
There-
no.
now it
Oh,
focused.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh.
So yeah, so
It's
you'll
It's
because
just
you
because
said
I'm looking away from it.
so you're just gonna walk around the city, just kind of randomly.
I'll probably, like after walking around like blocks and stuff, I'll probably, like take a walk out of the forest and some good range, kind of chill
Okay.
and think to myself.
Okay.
On
Don't forget
And
you
then a
also have your
random
wolf
encounter.
pup.
oh, Stonewall
Right.
can be here.
He
too.
hits a random
Yeah.
encounter. He went to the woods. Your solo
Yeah.
good
Oh,
luck.
that's true. I'm
Yeah,
gonna need I'm gonna need a survival roll since we're not using Tailspire. Just use a real dice.
All right.
Rolls an
I
8,
actually have one
dies
near me.
immediately.
I'm
I'd
just
have to go
joking. That
grab
was
it.
I
entire
have real
joke. You're good.
dice. I'm gonna bring out my real dice.
The perfect opportunity to use my weighted
I got
die.
a nat 20. What does that give me?
my
Okay,
God.
nat 20. Okay,
I'm not bullshitting.
nat
I actually
20.
did take 20.
A red dragon descends upon you.
Hell
And
yeah,
eats your
dude.
wolf pup, eats Ginray, and because Ginray's health is linked to you, it kills
Yeah,
you.
man. That's not even
Hell yeah,
accurate.
dude.
He rolled the nat 20. Then Dragon tried to seduce him.
That's true.
Yeah,
A
bro.
female dragon in a female form comes to you, seduces you, it wins, it sleeps with you,
There's the titties
and
of
then
each
eats you
episode.
afterwards, like a praying
Hang on, hey,
mantis.
wait, what happened to consent in this day and age? You
Yeah.
didn't even ask Tomon if
The
he wanted
dragon
to.
says the consent is a 4-letter word.
It's not though.
That's wild.
Tomon literally being donkey in this situation is like, but it's not though. Like, I do care. Shut up. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Tomon is like pure twink energy.
Dude did that pretty much.
A little bit.
Like he'll get there. He'll get to like the point where Tomon can like rule Cayenne and come back a victor. But like right now he's on his Simba right after the Wildebeest arc where he's just like, oh, my dad's dead. But instead it's like, oh, my dad wants to kill me and my other dad now
My
is
dad
saying he's
wants
my
to
dad.
kill me and kill the gods.
He hasn't gone through the song part. You know, there's no
Yeah, there's no
happy song
Hakuna
and
Matata
dance.
yet, yeah.
There's no. He
Yeah.
hasn't gone through that stage.
I love
I haven't
Mac
had
is
my
just
Disney
Mac
song
is
yet.
losing it.
They're fucking good, dude. These are really good.
So stupid.
So,
Man.
Remus, as you walk around with Duke Evergreen, and he's kind of pointing out different spots, and you're helping him kind of build like, oh, let's build some defenses here, and he's talking about like bringing in a grouping of guards from the city of Rhymefell to get some soldiers stationed here, so this place could be more secured. And kind of talking to you, and you're like, yeah, like Lord Kieran can do that. He then turns to you, and this is about like you're probably like at around 6 a.m. The sun is just beginning to like dawn, and he kind of looks over at you and goes, "Well, Remus, I didn't want to pry too much, but how is the champion business going?"
It sucks. Moon Knights hate me. I don't know why. So that's where I'm at currently.
You said moon knights like those of Luna.
Gonna be honest with you, I didn't pay attention too much. They were in my way. We were trying to come here. I didn't really pay attention to what they were saying, but it offended them greatly.
Spoken like a true follower of Lilith. So I'm assuming in school, if you ever went, you didn't do too much research on the religions.
I have no idea who they are.
So Lilith is the goddess of shadows. She has over the domain of dark, shadows, night. She also had a twin sister. Her name was Luna, and she is the goddess of the moon. She is also over night, but in a different way. She's kind of the light that shines her beacon at night. Kind of a duality, you're from Cayenne, a yin and yang sort of duality of them. So for most time, they played together in a happy stance. Lythander, the king of the gods, kind of kept them in control as their father. But Lilith, your goddess, preferred to play deceitful games. She liked snatching up Luna's followers and converting them to her cause. Her end goal was to completely usher in an eternal darkness that would be all of night. She wasn't going to take over the day, but she just wanted to own the night. She wanted to destroy the moon. And at one point, her followers had lay claim to her runic weapon, the moon blade, and distorted it to use it. And their goal was to go to Aldion's moon, and he kind of points up to the sky where you can still see it, and destroy it, remove it from the sky. Once it was gone, they believed that Luna would be no more. Another interesting thing is Lilith only usually has one follower at a time. She doesn't have many multitudes. Lilith, I correct that. Lilith only has one follower at a time, your goddess. Luna, on the other hand, has multiple moon knights, usually a head, which she refers to as the moon-kissed. Her chosen one that is essentially called as her daughter. It is always a girl, never a male. And most of Luna's hierarchy is matriarchal. The other thing... Let me get the correct lore so I get the right thing. Really? I don't have it here? Okay.
I was about to say I have. Oh, I don't have that. God. Just have that.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to get the thing right because I was mixing up two of my gods. The other story is that you know of the planes of existence, like we are on the material plane and there are other planes outside of our material plane that exist.
I've been on a couple.
In the Shadowfell, which I believe, if I remember correctly, you told me that you had visited, that was once a shared realm between Luna and Lilith. Both of them shared the Shadowfell, and the Shadowfell, while not having a day-night cycle like our material plane, was eternally night, but it had a darker night and a brighter night that the moon would come out. When the moon wasn't in the material plane, it would shine during the Shadowfell, which would aid all the creatures there. The creatures that were under the moonlight, like the Draco Liches that were there and the undead, would all regain their life force and become alive once more. Then, when the true darkness set in, they would revert back to their more undead forms, and there was a cycle. Lilith's followers, when they tried to destroy the moon, went to the Shadowfell, where she is the strongest, in order to kill it. In their trying, Luna's followers took the moon and hid it back on the material plane, so that it would never see the Shadowfell again, dooming her creatures, her pets in the Shadowfell, but saving herself, her followers, and quite possibly saving the material plane at the same time. The moon offers a lot of powers to the material plane. A lot of magics come from the Shadowfell and the moon and all of that. We would have lost a lot of things had the moon been destroyed. And so that is why Luna takes any of Lilith's followers and any of her chosen very seriously. Now, I ask you this because I already somewhat know, because I recognize the item you wear on your back, that it doesn't seem like you can take off. But are you Lilith's chosen?
Unfortunately, so.
Well, then it seems like you have continued your fate of making bad decisions.
Yeah, there's not a lot of choice. You ever repaired a feud between gods?
No, on my adventures I never interacted with gods. My patron, Lythander, didn't even speak to me, even though I wielded his runic weapon. The gods don't shine on everyone equally.
Interesting. Well, mine turned me into a monster, so you're correct about that.
Interesting.
You say bad deals. There's not a lot of decision making in mine. I don't get to choose. Haven't for a while.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I'm pretty positive. Except for when I ask Lilith the next time I see her. A little question. It seems like I have to repair this feud somehow. The Moon Knights are already hunting me.
Are you sure Lilith would want the feud repaired?
Probably not. But with this Maphalius guy running around, we don't have options.
Yes.
My fate is tied to theirs.
I wanted to speak with you on that too. You all said that he had elder brains, but they weren't original form. They were made.
Oh, he handcrafted them. All the way down to the consciousness.
That's horrifying to think of.
He's absolutely a problem. Yes.
And you said Valenfrost is his next goal.
Exactly.
What does he want with Valenfrost?
Start a war. Destroy fate, as he would call it.
Well, I will send word tomorrow. Well, today, and he points to the sun that's kind of cresting up. That, to my contacts in Valenfrost. I still have a few friends there. We'll see if we can out this Maphalius.
We stopped Lord Karen from trying to declare independence. We messed with his war a little bit, but I'm sure he'll find another way to kick it off.
I do not doubt the ambition of this man.
Nor do I.
Well, if there's any help you need as a champion to a champion, feel free to reach out.
Try to talk to your god. Tell him we need help. While I talk to mine.
Fair enough.
Appreciate it.
So the day kind of begins. You guys begin rebuilding and everything. And before we get into the building of Draville, during this time, y'all have a few months of downtime. Other than working on this, which like most of the day you'll be working on this and setting it all up and everything, what would y'all like to do with your downtime?
I just rolled a 20 on my physical dice, so Duke Evergreen's talk to Lythander should go off without a hitch. Just not.
Yes, because you definitely roll for the NPCs.
Downtime.
Ryan's like, I'm gonna get a second webcam just for the real dice because they roll better for me
Shit,
than the online one.
honestly, if that's how it goes, abso-fucking-lutely, dude.
That might be a fun thing to do.
Oh, I don't care. I'll just use online
I don't have
dice.
the desk space, but if my real dice love me more than the online dice does, I'll
They should.
absolutely
Kidding
trade.
me? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, they should.
The online dice are great to me.
They sure are. They're great to everybody except me and Colt. Colt learned finally what it felt like to roll ones all goddamn day. He
That's true.
finally
I did, bro.
understood what the bane of that curse
this
feels
campaign has been Colt rolling horrible the campaign.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been the
finally
players
someone
roll like
suffers.
shit the campaign. Because even
Yeah,
Mac
I
at the
think it's
beginning of the
pretty even.
campaign. Well, yeah, because like at the beginning of the campaign, when you guys were in the catacombs, Graham was missing like crazy. Like
Oh, there was a whole session where I didn't do
yeah,
anything.
you did like you guys were in combat cat after combat encounter, and Graham didn't hit a single shot.
Yeah, Graham could kind of fucked.
It's just
Yeah.
because all my spells take 2 actions, and then the ones that take 1 action are like message and shield.
Yeah.
So
So,
fair.
what would you guys like to do during downtime? I will get the downtime rules for y'all. Because there is like different things you can do for downtime. You can obviously go outside of this if we want to make a roll or something.
I know we
downtime.
can like train stuff. I was looking at something to train, but I'm just not sure.
So there are a bunch of different actions. If y'all go to your actions in there and you guys go to downtime, you guys can see them. So there's like create forgery, earn income, subsist, treat
Oh.
disease. So that's like for Graham. Remus might have the same thing because I don't think y'all took anything
yeah, we all
that's.
have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
I
It's
don't-
just income.
Yeah,
subsist,
y'all
treat
don't
disease.
have any extra ones.
No.
Treat curse.
So if you'd like to do something there. Oh, that's cool. There's a established settlement downtime action.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a neat little
Oh,
thing.
I think you also had to be like somebody has to be trained in a skill for you to then learn
Yeah.
how to be trained in the downtime, right?
Yes, but y'all now have access to everybody in Draville.
Mm.
So if you'd like to learn a skill, all you need to tell me and I'll see if there's a person that we could train you with.
Remus is trained in survival, right? Or you have like a good roll.
No.
You're not? Okay.
I am untrained in survival. I'm an expert in athletics, trained in diplomacy and intimidation, trained in performance, religion, and gladiator.
I'm a little tempted to train survival just so one of us has it. Cause
Yeah, you
right-
should, because
right
I'm
now-
also untrained. If you want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Tomon wants to train survival, that's totally fine. You can definitely train survival. There is like a huntsman that can train you in survival and everything. Don't forget the other downtime activity you guys can spend is you can also train your dog if you'd like to.
That's the other thing I wanted to do. I kind of want to do both, but
You can
cannot.
only do one.
Yeah.
Actually,
Um,
I'll let y'all each do 2 things because like it's
Out
gonna
of
take a
9, what?
while.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a
because
lot.
it takes
Okay.
longer than that. Because you guys are gonna have to get through the 3 months of winter that you're in. You guys are kind of done with 1 month, so 2 months of winter and then 9 months of work.
Oh.
Okay.
So with that total, that's like 11 months, like almost a year.
Yeah. Okay.
From when y'all started. So like y'all, no, I think I calculated the 2 months into that thing. Because I know I don't want y'all to be on the precipice of winter. Y'all are supposed to be in fall, like end of summer, fall, when the stuff is over. Because I wanted y'all to be in fall, which is different. Because I fucking don't want to do snow on everything again. That was fucking hard.
That's
So I
fair.
was like, fuck that. I'll just do fall. It's
Oh.
easy.
Yeah, create daytime maps.
Sounds cool though.
Okay.
No, y'all will be, like after fall. It's winter again. So
Yeah.
Y'all definitely be in winter at some point. But yeah, I definitely think fall is where y'all will sit it. So I'll let y'all do 2 downtime activities. So if Tamon wants to train survival and teach the dog, that's fine. So your dog will
Okay.
upgrade from like base dog to a guard dog now. The
Okay,
other thing I wanted to offer about the dog that I don't think I told you, Colt, before we started. So Graham has a Pokeball thing that is
that's
what we're
right.
calling it. That's
A
like the soul
Pokeball?
thing. It's the
Okay,
soul,
wait.
the soul ball that the
thing I got from the
automaton was
gold.
in.
Oh,
So-
that.
Shit
Right.
does know necroartificy. Like he's a basic level, but he did learn with Maphalius in the catacombs.
Shit.
So he
crazy.
knows the technology a little bit. Like he's more familiar than y'all are with it. And with Graham's help, they could definitely unlock it. And my thought is they could take the whole time and they could shove your dog's soul
Pokemon
into this
changed,
ball
guys.
so that you can summon the dog out. And it as an action, you can summon the dog, just like your Eidolon. And then the dog can fight. If the dog reaches 0 hit points, it just goes into the ball and has to take a day to rest.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so you'd have the full dog.
I think that would be cool.
Because I think it's Tomon. It's just up to Graham. I told Graham if he doesn't want to give up his soul coin, he can use it
Soul
for
coin?
himself. Sorry, soul
Soul
coin.
coin.
The little like soul like
Where's
Pokeball
Karlak?
thing. If
Yeah, where the fuck is
if Graham doesn't want to give up the soul ball, he can definitely use it for himself and do the same thing with like a rat if he wants. If you don't want to do the
Like-
dog.
I don't because it's important to me, but if I can do it and just be temporary, just so you are aware of that.
What do you mean?
Like you can put your dog's soul in there, but it'd be temporary.
Oh, yeah.
Temporary for a long time though.
Why would the
I
dog
mean-
be temporary?
Because he
I have an
wants
idea
something
for
else
it.
in
Yeah, he has an
Oh.
idea that he wants for the dog. I mean, for the dog,
Not
for the
the
soul
dog.
coin. So the
Christ.
dog could be in there for a little bit until he needs the soul coin, and then he'd
Soul
want
coin?
it back. Sorry, you know what I
Oh,
mean.
yeah.
You know what I'm fucking saying.
Yes.
Hey, it makes sense to me, yeah.
Yeah,
You
so-
want to do that?
If you want to do that, yeah, because it'd give me an excuse to research how this works as well.
Yeah,
so
like,
it's still a
He is
win-win
your
for both of us.
experiment. What's
Yeah.
your snowball?
Consentful
He
experiment. Yeah, I'll
volunteered.
do that. That works.
Okay, so
Well,
then the dog soul will be trapped in there. You can release it, like it's not trapped in there forever. If you want the dog to return to being like a normal dog, you just release its soul. But then the dog's soul is up to being killed if he reaches 0 hit points. The dog stats are the guard dog stats, so you can look up those, and everything. You can put all this wherever you want in your inventory, or there's like a full note section, or there's details that's got like other information in there. Like, it's completely up to you, Colt, where you want to put this stuff for Tamon. And then Graham, I would just keep on your sheet the little soul ball.
Yep.
That way you don't like forget it later or whatever.
Where's the little...
Do we have that on your sheet or no?
I have an orb with like a question about it, but I'm just gonna rewrite it now.
Where? That's in your inventory?
It's in notes. It's in notes.
Oh, it's in notes. Okay, okay.
Like,
oh,
I
okay,
haven't
cool.
done anything about it, so I've just
Oh,
been writing
this is where all your
questions
shit
kind of
is.
in
This
my
is really cool.
character.
Yeah, yeah. I have a kill note from the broker. It's funny. I have an orb that holds the soul of one person.
Why isn't...
I have notes about a man-made elder brain.
You're not even reading the question part about it.
Does he have his notes where he says, "I must make an elder brain"?
He's not
It's,
reading the end of it.
it says,
He said,
I have notes about a man-made elder brain. Maybe I can make my own, question mark. I have looked at a fully intact man-made elder brain and can make my own holding cell for the brain.
Yeah.
I did tell him, so if Graham wants to take his time, I don't know if he wants to spend his downtime doing this, but he
I do
can
wanna do that for
spend
my
his
second time,
downtime.
but like-
Okay.
I don't know if I can get to because you said the whole time for the ball. So.
No. The ball is something Shit will do. You just give it to Shit, and he'll take it.
Oh, okay.
No, because yeah, you have to help him with that.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be one of yours. For the second one, then you just want to work on your little secret project thing.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a cult.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait. I gotta fucking open up
Hell
Tailspire.
yeah! First roll of the
Let me
game.
let me open up Tailspire. Don't forget, y'all all get hero points.
Oh,
God.
good call. I wasn't thinking about that at all.
I get 2 because of Mazu.
You
Excuse me?
don't.
Oh.
And you're not.
You get 5, actually.
See? Yeah. I don't get 2. I actually get 5. Thank you. Thank you. For the
If anything,
right.
you get negative because you fucking killed a party member last
Wow,
time.
not under his influence.
He is fine. Look
Watch
at him.
the
He's
footage
got a little
back.
blood in the
Watch
eye.
my little clip that I
That's
made.
not under his influence. That was mind
Colt
control.
was totally on board for
Yeah,
doing it.
Colt himself was on
That's
board
not
about it.
Tuman should not be punished for Colt's actions.
No, I'm punishing Colt through Toman.
Colt every time gets
That's
mind
ridiculous.
control, dude. When he got mind control the Western campaign, he's like, "All right, who do you want me to shoot first? Who am I? Who am I?"
I can't believe you
I'm
remember
just ready for
that.
some
That was
PvP,
years
bro.
ago.
I specifically remember Colt being like, "All right, who do I kill first?" I was like, "You."
It's 'cause Colt is like a
are the
normal
fucking
player.
best man."
For this.
Well, because Colt is like a normal player. That's why I love it. When I have like one of y'all get taken over, I love when it's Colt because I know Colt will go full send like he did.
Like, yeah,
Any of y'all will be like, I'm gonna do my least efficient thing to him to maybe not kill, and I'm like, no, now I'm taking over. We're fucking full sending.
I just don't play spellcasters, so I'm like, I can attack someone, but that's all you
Yeah.
got from me.
Yeah.
Like, I can swing. Like,
I swing sword.
yeah, I
So
I
y'all
swing
can
at
go
someone.
ahead and roll. So Graham, go ahead and roll me an occultism check.
Okay.
We're just gonna be on the waiting room where it opens up.
I might, I'll read you that.
That's a
You can
4.
roll it
That's
on
rough.
Google. You don't even need Tailspire.
Yeah, but this way we can all see it. This
Where
way,
the fuck did you
I can
roll it
show
on
it to the
Google?
video too, because I have a little thing with the dice roller.
That's where I rolled my net
There you
20.
go. 12 plus 8. 12 plus 9, sorry.
Okay,
Oh, I
12
had
plus
no idea.
9, so
That's-
21.
Just type in 1d20
Yeah, 21.
and roll it.
Okay, so Graham, you gather your little rat force by talking to all of them and everything, and you have kind of your secret force that's gonna work on this secret project that we discussed.
Sounds good.
And there you go. So that is begun. That is gonna take a long time, even with all this time, because you're gonna be split between like helping build the town, helping
definitely.
with the soul Pokeball
assume-
shit.
I would assume, if anything, this is more or less just the frame.
Yeah. Like setting on the foundation, you got to go out and like get materials, which is going to be difficult, and everything, all that sort of stuff. Toman, you're
Yes.
the last one. What are we doing with you?
We're training survival and training snowball.
That's correct. Never mind. It was Remus who's the final one.
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to train. So
I have a
when
memory of a goldfish, so I forget everything.
Yeah, no
someone
worries.
when they're training you, they have to be like 2 steps above, right? Like if you want to get trained in
One
something, they
above.
have to be an expert, or do they just have to be trained to get?
If
to
you
be
want to
trained?
be trained, they have to be an expert. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one above what your level's
Yes.
going to be.
Right. Okay. Cool. Is anybody an expert in medicine in the town?
Yes. Yes.
You're only trained. Yeah, that's why I didn't. You're
People are there is experts in medicine in the town.
tight.
And as part of like y'all's deal with Rhymefell, they have sent like medicine men, like maester sort of people,
Tight.
I
want
and
to
everything.
earn income, and then I want to train medicine.
Okay.
That's my 2.
Earn income. What the fuck are you doing with earning income?
I
We're
have
in the corner, baby.
no idea.
There's a default for it.
with my face, 10 gold a pop, baby. You like
Bro.
nightmares?
Are you going to be a
Bro,
model?
yeah, hey, man, they don't pay. You pull down their hood, they're gonna pay.
You like spikes in the back? Let me tell you what, dude. It's like fucking a dinosaur. It's
You can play. You can be in a play. You can just play the villains.
and I can be the devil. in
Oh,
the
you know
whole-
what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
no,
do the
actually,
double.
no.
Oh, I have
No.
performance. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me performance for your
Okay,
income.
We're gonna give the real Dia a chance here, baby.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know. I don't think I can.
You
do
may
that.
need
No,
to
go ahead,
reveal
take
your
it off. It's
background.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you may.
We gotta
you may need to
get
reveal your
dice
I'm
background.
gonna try to. Oh man, I have to fuck with my background.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take off your background. You're fine.
Yeah, let us see your.
Let's see your
Place of
dirty,
dwelling.
disgusting
Look
place of residency.
Oh.
Oh, see, it's clean. It's fine.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you're
fucking
fine.
beautiful.
I don't know how to.
Oh my god.
Oh
hand
my
notes?
gosh, is
All
that
right.
your notes? Are they hand notes? Holy
Oh,
No,
shit.
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
This is just. This
Okay.
is all like. It's notes, but it's either therapy or real life or random shit.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy
No.
shit, he takes real, like, physical notes for D&D. I was like, damn. I was gonna give you a hero point for that.
Fuck.
What is that?
Battle
It's an
1?
It's an
Oh,
8.
okay.
I
You have a hero
I
point,
was
you have a
with
hero
Colt.
point.
I thought that was a fucking one.
You have a hero point.
I'm about to blow it. Hang on.
I can't.
17.
Okay, yeah.
That's better. That's way better.
Hey, okay. That
Nice,
works.
nice. All right. Yeah, that's
Well,
good.
if it can.
No, we could
It
see.
won't.
we could see.
It won't focus, but
I
yeah.
can see
Yeah.
it.
That's a nice dice.
Uh,
Okay, so 17 plus your
so-
performance.
24 in total.
What's your fucking performance?
7 plus 7.
No, your Oh no, that's Toman I'm looking at. I was like,
Yeah,
your performance is
Mine
plus
was
10.
plus 10.
Yeah, okay, so 24.
He was also 10.
I'll give you 300 silver.
Cool.
Okay.
This is from all the different guards that come,
That'd
like
be cool.
when Helga's delivering stuff. You basically spend
Thank
your
you.
time, and like you said, you spend your time while they're here to entertain them. The town puts on a little play to earn some money from them, and you play the horrible, awful villain Maphalius. And
Yes!
in this
Yes!
this this play
I've never
of
been
More hype in my
called The
life.
Changeling and the Kobolds, and it's about the Kobold attack on the city, everything. You play this Maphalius who's like horrible, awful, evil, and these
I've
these
never been more hyped
children,
in my life.
some of the few children that is still living from the attack and everything, they play the heroes of Draville. They play y'all and everything. The one that does Graham puts on little like rat ears.
Yes, dude.
The one that
Does he wear an
plays-
eye patch?
The one that
that's-
plays Toman has a dog that they like paint up
Oh.
to look like Ginray.
Okay.
And then the one that plays
Hell yeah.
Remus just has red face paint. That's it. Like it's not a great play, but what makes it great is like Remus stepping in as Maphalius saying all this horrible stuff and like I'm
Yeah.
gonna destroy the world and your fates have been broken and blah,
I've
blah,
been
blah.
playing with you since the
Yeah.
beginning.
And it's like this
Yeah,
over the
voice
top that the guards just think is hilarious. And since a few of the guards actually know the three of y'all and the exploits and everything, it's even better. And then they see Remus up there like playing the villain. And then like part of it is like the reveal when you reveal that like you're Maphalius, you like reveal the hood and show how horrible you look, and the crowd's like and like freaks out. It's a great time.
Okay.
Everybody loves it. Everybody has a great time, and the children get something to do out of it, which is pretty good because a lot of these
Yeah.
kids have lost their parents.
Yeah, and they're doing nothing. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the attack on the town was fucking rough.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
children were made orphans, women were widowed.
Children
like-
became men
Yes,
overnight.
there is a few of the like older kids, like 12 to 14, that have stepped up and are helping, and like Duke Evergreen would tell you during the fight they killed a few kobolds. Like they stepped up, they
Fuck
became
yeah,
men.
they did, dude.
Hell yeah.
All personally trained.
Just as a flavor thing, because I'd like to express it. I feel like Graham would take the time to go to shit or something, like but maybe when he's helping him out, to just take like a big leather square about the size of like what the bone is, and just pretty much sew it onto the eye patch, so it's just behind the eye patch. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, shit would help you make like a nice little one. He'll give you
Yeah.
like he'll help like Graham lighten it up. Like it's a nice like black leather, so it will like blend in with your like necromancer look to you. It's got a little rat like embroidered on it and everything. And it's like you're kind of offended when he presents it to you and it's got a rat on it, because you're like, this is like me wearing like it's like putting like giving it to a white man and putting a white man on it. Like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But you also know that shit was not doing it as a racist thing. He just was like, you like rats,
that's
you're a
funny, though.
rat, you're always around rats, there's a rat. And so you just gotta pat him on the head to be like, nice job, shit. And you just take it and put it on.
Okay.
Later on, you like unstitch it a little bit, like start to take it out.
It's the thing I pick at, and if it falls off, it's like, oh no! But yeah, just a big leather square underneath the what already was the eye patch. So it's just like a fixed
He
thing.
makes it on there, and then he has like brackets on it for like putting more on it in case it grows.
That's kind of fucked.
Because, well, I assume Graham is like, listen, it's probably gonna grow, so like I want like Duke Evergreen tells you the reality, it's gonna fucking grow.
Yeah.
So like I feel like
fair
Graham over the course of the 11 months would take the time and understand, and with shit they'd make some things so you could stick it on to hide.
Once again, you got me with the 11 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like all of that. So that's pretty much everything, right? That's you trained your thing.
I slapped my. I
medicine?
just override it and just put it at trained. Yeah, is that good?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just-
yeah. That should be
okay,
good.
cool.
If you figured out how to do that, that's great.
Cool. Yeah.
Do we?
Did you figure out how to do
for
that, Tremont?
training- I guess you gotta do it. I'm just wondering, do we have to like take away from something, or do you just get trained?
No, you're getting
You
trained.
can
Okay.
retrain yourself by untraining a skill to train another one. That's your own stuff. You don't need somebody for that. As far as I'm concerned, you're flipping them. If you'd like to do that instead, that's fine. You can
I
also
was just curious
gain
if I had
training
to-
in certain skills. You can only gain so much though.
Yeah.
There is like a limit to those and everything.
Like with the rules, you can't get legendary.
Yes.
At least. I don't know if there's any other.
Well, I don't think you can go past expert by training
yeah.
off of somebody else.
So you can train 2 experts.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the highest you can get is expert from somebody. Like somebody else can teach you to be an expert in a skill, but you can't go past expert.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh,
Well, and what's the healing? What's the action for like actually healing yourself with medicine?
So
is
it
it
is-
administered?
it's
It doesn't
Administer first
show up.
aid?
yeah, it
Oh.
won't show up in Wanderer's Guide because Wanderer's Guide's going. It's in its beta. They're coming out with their like 1.0 thing. That's what
Okay,
the like
right. It
because we're
doesn't
using
have
the
all
legacy site right now. If you do Archives of Nethys and then you
Okay.
search medicine
Gotcha.
on there, not medicine.
It's- I believe
It's a skill, and under the skill, it'll show like medicine untrained actions is administer first aid. When you're trained, you can treat disease, treat poison, treat wounds, and treat wounds is the one that Graham does. So now you can do that too.
Cool. Okay.
right on.
I see.
I can treat disease too, I'd imagine, but
Yes,
just because of that.
your thing doesn't count
Yeah,
as a
that's-
disease. It counts as a
that's a-
curse.
That's a trained. It's treat disease, treat poison, and treat wounds are all. That's a trained medicine action.
Yes. So with this time, I'm assuming that Remus is going to reach out multiple nights for Lilith until he gets a response from her.
I don't know if I'm doing that this time or not.
Oh, you are not? Okay.
I think canonically, not even mitigating, canonically, I think Remus is going to spend a lot of this fucking time trying to figure out his angle to barter with a god to like fix
That's
a
totally
broken
fine. That's totally
sister
fine.
relationship. So I think he's like, that's why he asked Duke about it, is he was kind of hoping he could be like, well, like, how do you talk to your god? And he'd be like, oh, well, this is what I, but then he was like, well, I haven't
So
spoken
to
at all. He's
help-
like, what the fuck?
To help Remus out a little bit. And help Ryan out in case Ryan has no fucking clue either. I think that the best help I can give you is that when you have that conversation with Duke Evergreen, something about you saying, like when you said you became a monster as part of Lilith, something about that he didn't quite understand. He didn't push it, but something definitely procced with him. And he was like, that's a little weird. And you do get that where that kind of plays over in Remus's head as you're
Yeah.
thinking about that. To help you on the right path, but I'm not gonna like give you the answer.
No, it's all
because I
good. Yeah,
want you to
let me-
figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I
I
want you to find your own shit because you like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
the other
it will
thing-
happen. But
One of the nights, about a month into this, so we're still in winter. You guys are still kind of hiding. You guys are enjoying, and it's kind of like 2 months worth of celebrations and festivals. It's a lot of like, we're just gonna eat and be merry and have fun because the work can't continue till the snow is thawed and everything. So a lot of it is just, let's be happy, let's have fun. One of the nights you get especially drunk, Remus, just like, fuck it, we're having fun, there's nothing really bad. And you kind of like go to sleep, and you take off your armor and everything, place it off, you take off the cloak and put it down. Because now that you've fully unlocked it, you can't take it on and off if you want, but you're still like attuned to it. Or whatever they call attuned. I forget what they call it. But like basically attuned. You take it off one time, and then you swear the cloak whispers something to you. And in your drunken state, you like turn to it, you're like, what the fuck? And it whispers something, but because you were so drunk in the morning, you don't remember whether it was fucking being drunk or not.
Oh, if I was schizophrenic?
Yeah.
Cool.
A few weeks later, you're doing the same thing, you're going to sleep, but you're not drunk because now you're working on stuff. Sorry, a few months later, you're working on stuff. And the thing then whispers to you again. And it says, Remus, what is your darkest secret?
I'd trust him.
Seems reliable.
Sorry, just writing.
Remus is like, the fucking cloak, talk to me. I'm not schizo.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to answer my cloak, dude. Now I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Maybe if I don't speak to it, it'll go away.
Yeah, maybe if I ignore it, dude, it'll leave me alone. That's Remus.
Are you gonna
way.
ignore
Could
it?
only wish.
That's fine, you can ignore it. This is the first time it's interacting with you. Like, you do remember being drunk in a drunken state and it's speaking to you, but you just thought that was a dream or something.
I think I'm gonna put it away for now, and I think I'm.
Alright, go ahead and
gonna
make
ask
me a
Lilith
will
them.
check.
Okay.
A will save.
Okay, it is cold though.
Well, it's a 1.
Is it really?
Yeah. So 10.
Don't worry about it, because it's a natural one. Something inside of you is taken, and you don't know what it is.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You feel like an emptiness of like, wait, what's gone? Like, there's something gone, and you know, like, the best way to put it is, you know, something has been taken from your memory, but you can no longer remember what it is.
I was just about to ask. Wait, is it like memories? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's like that moment where you're like, I fucking forgot something, but I forgot what I fucking forgot, so I don't know what it is, and you're like driving yourself nuts. Like that scene in Harry Potter with the like remember ball. You're like, I can't fucking remember what I forgot. And that's Remus. He's like, what?
Okay. Cool.
And the afterwards, the voice from the cloak that is not out loud, it's in your head, just goes,
Right.
Tisk, 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 Remus. Always a fight with you.
Okay.
All you do is take from me. Yeah, now if it's gonna take from me, now I'll fucking like.
I didn't take anything. Are you
shit.
are you claiming to loop me in with your patron Lilith?
Something happened. Unless I'm insane, which could be true. I'm talking to a cloak currently.
Oh, no. The cloak is yours. The voice is from someone else.
Ah, dude.
I'll explain in due time.
Oh.
So a few months go by, and then one of the nights, again, the cloak speaks to you. You seem to be doing pretty well in this place, Remus. You like helping people?
Hello, voice inside my head.
You could call me Edgar.
My tumor inside my head has a name. Fantastic. Let me add this to the.
Let me add this.
Now I have that. Now it has a name. I gotta fucking. Okay. Edgar. So who are you? Is this Lilith? Is this punishment? Are you going to kill me? If so,
Everything with you is
please quit me.
punishment. I am
Yeah.
a mentor, a guide. I am to you what the man before me was to me, and so on and so forth. It's Lilith's final deal.
Okay, so punishment. We've cleared that up. Glad for that to be.
Oh, not punishment for you, punishment for me.
How'd you piss her off?
Oh, there's no pissing her off. I was her champion. Like you. This isn't a gig for a small time. You've taken a deal for life. And when you die, your soul will free mine and take its place.
Oh, Jesus.
But until
Christ.
then, I'm here to help you. So I ask again, what is your deepest and darkest secret? And in all sense of fairness, if you did want to say it, or Remus did want to say it, and you don't want the other players to know, you can't just message me on Discord.
I mean, it's just now as life is so fucked and there's so many of those, it's like pick.
Well, what
like,
he
one
is
out of the
asking
four.
for is the core route, the one that Remus would want no one else to know.
Is it that, and then, so that would be the original deal, right? With like Frostborn.
It would just, whatever you think Remus's deepest, darkest secret that he would want no one to ever know. Like, for example,
I mean,
it like, not that it is, we've just proven this so we know, but like, if you were to actually have slept with the maiden, the princess, like, back in that original one, that could be your core original one. That's like, no one can know this. This is part of my core being, is that I'm a good person. I'm never gonna tell anybody this one. That's what he's asking for, like such a deep, dark secret. It's ingrained in your subconscious so far back, you don't even want to acknowledge it.
It's the deepest. Well, since I'm gonna go insane and serve Lilith for life anyways, that would be the fact that I ran from home with my dick between my legs and then ended up here.
Wrong again.
You asked, I answered.
Give a better answer.
You're still hiding things, Remus. You'll never unlock the secrets and the power of Lilith's item unless you're honest with yourself.
Well, let me ask you.
We'll try this again later when you're more prepared and ready.
Is he just alright?
You could say something, he might respond. He might just be fucking gone.
Okay, I'll try. You've asked questions of me. I get to ask one of you before you leave, at the very least.
That seems like a fair deal.
Thank
You're
you,
all about
Edgar.
making unfair ones, so I'll give you the fair one.
Have no choice. First, second, I don't want to argue with the voice inside my head. You know, Lilith.
Oh, if this is easier, and the cloak forms a full, like, shadowy figure of a humanoid, this is it's a shorter stature than normal. This is, you can see kind of the form, is a Kenku. Kenku are like, they're like the black raven
bird?
humanoids.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's Edgar the Raven. Yeah, Mac got it. Mac fucking got it.
Nevermore, quoth the Raven.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe. I fucking... God.
Listen, I was fucking edgy in high school. I read Edgar Allan Poe and listened to My Chemical Romance. I know my shit.
Nevermore. Yeah, that's all it is. Fucking 3 knocks at my door. Okay, so Edgar, I have to repair the relationship between Lilith and Luna. If I don't, we all go down. How do I start that conversation with Lilith?
My help will come in a riddle.
Jesus, it always does. Everyone.
Maybe a conversation is not what you need, but maybe instead, a look within will grant you what you seek. And then go ahead and make me a will save.
Okay.
Again.
My real die failed me, so we're going back.
We're going back to Tailspire.
Back to.
Oh, buddy.
Back
Blow
to
up,
Tailspire.
hey, blow on the tailspire dice. That always.
Put the
helps.
little dunce cap on your real die.
What is 17? Sorry, I had to do the math.
Okay, let me check that real quick.
Your real dice rolled a 1. You gotta eat it now.
I absolutely do not.
What level are y'all? Y'all are level 4, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what'd you get?
17.
He said.
Okay. That is a failure.
What?
Another something has disappeared.
Okay.
And you get that same feeling again, and then the Kenku form that is there just disappears into the cloak. And you kind of hear, like, before when Edgar was there, there's kind of a, like, low, like, white noise tone that you can kind of hear to know that he's there. It's gone, it's silence. So, you know, even if you talk out, you just be speaking out to the air.
Yeah. Okay.
That is it for you. No more interactions with Edgar for the time.
Bro, I like this. He's gonna go insane. I don't know. This character is gonna go
Well,
fucking nuts.
to help with the insanity, we'll switch over to Toman. So Toman, after the winter has thawed out and you guys begin construction, you go to sleep one night and have a very interesting and lucid dream. Something that is, the reason why I'm mentioning it is it's a little bit more, and you as Toman can tell there's something more to this dream than just a normal dream. You have this dream reoccurring up through the few months. You see a field. You understand that a battle has taken place there. Metal and flesh fought, and there was no victor. A tyrant sits over a throne, barking commands. A cherry blossom stands tall, but begins to wither and die. A small red fox tears the tyrant from his throne. The cherry blossom begins growing, flourishing, sprouting, is in full bloom. And the fox sits on the throne. The second time the dream happens, it goes into there. But more. The fox sits on the throne, but it commands both flesh and steel. It sends its armies across the lands and gathers up all the forest creatures to command over, presiding over all of them. It rules with a tyrant's fist barking commands until another supplicates that and ends its reign. Later on, you have another dream with a different form of it. The fox sits on the throne, but it does not rule with a tyrant's fist. It rules with a open hand. It aids in the forest animals building back up the forest to its grandeur, removing the decay, the death from this horrible battle, and making the forest united and one again. The other areas of the forest lay dormant and fine, but this part of the forest thrives. And that is where your dream ends. You can take with that as you please.
As you will.
So now we can take our break a little bit early, and then when we get back, we'll have fun with our little building of Draville.
I'm so fucking excited.
Hell yeah!
I can't wait to build my town, baby.
It's gonna be so cool.
Oh, so speaking about that, before we end session, let me swap the cams over.
Oh boy.
And let me stop
We're
streaming.
gonna get fucked again.
Oh boy, what do you mean, Tamon, dude? This is your moment, baby. We're gonna get you set up, dude.
Time for the fates to clash.
So,
Yeah, I'm ready.
We finish off at the beginning of fall. You guys have helped build out this place. You've sectioned off different areas for you. We will also we can talk about it after session 2. That way I can get this done first. About your characters that you guys are gonna bring in as the NPCs.
Yeah.
That way you guys can do them in between, and then we can bring them all out, and
Hell
y'all can
yeah.
introduce them next session, which will be fun. So, we end at the beginning of fall. You guys have heard word, occasionally, as Duke Evergreen has kept up with his context. There is a... Let me get this so I get this correct. Ooh, no, this one. There's a new inventor gaining the ranks in Gallon called Edgar Treebeard. This, you guys are 90% sure, is Mephialius. It follows the same sort of arc that he does. It's his sort of thing. And what gives it away is when he ascends to the King's Council, the Gallon's King's Council, he claims himself the seat and calls himself a necro-artificer who is developing new technology for Gallon. The reason why he claimed a new seat, which has not been seen in Gallon in centuries, is because war is brewing. There's talks that Cayenne is beginning to mount its armies and call its bannermen to war because its king has declared Gallon holding a fugitive.
Oh,
And therefore,
no.
it's because Gallon will not release the fugitive.
It's my fault.
The Emperor will stop at nothing to end this slight on his house.
oh my god.
The biggest inclination of this is from a letter from Akira Takahashi, who speaks to Tomon and says that they must meet as soon as possible. Akira will be coming to Draville at his earliest convenience to speak with Tomon, and he names you Tomon in this.
Yes. Yeah.
And says, I must speak with you about the urgent matters about Cayenne, which makes, in Tomon's mind, the rumors completely true, because before then they've been rumors about Cayenne, this, and you know your father, he's never been quick to war. Your father has always been, the Emperor, has always been very much about hold your peace. If you have to go to war, make it your only and last option. So something has stirred him up to do this, which is why you put it off. When Akira contacts you and said that he has been told to pull out of Valenfrost, peace talks have been called off, and he is to return home, he says he will meet with you on his way back to Cayenne. He's taking the long way. Also, to remind y'all, if you look at a map of the
Yes.
entire world map, Cayenne and Gallon, which is on the continent of Nexus, are right next to each other because it's a globe.
Yeah.
So the war parties would not be too hard to just jump over and start taking the land. And as you hear this, as you read this note, things start to click. That dream you've had, that reoccurring dream, starts to play more and more in Taman's head. And with that, we will end session with Toman slowly realizing that.
Yeah.
And then a kunai flies right past your head.
Yep,
And we will need you to roll for initiative. And you don't actually have to do that now. We'll do that next session.
Next session?
Yeah,
Or...
we'll do that next session.
You don't roll it now and then remember.
I'll do it on camera so that we can wrap it up. So what I need from y'all, and I'll put it in Friday session pictures, so it's just there. So we need a head of house for y'all. We need a head guard for y'all. We need a cook, a cleaner. I'm trying to think. Oh, we need a treasurer. And then I'm trying to think of the last one.
Maid? Head maid?
Yeah, well, y'all have that. Y'all have like a head of the house.
Household.
Head of
Yeah.
household will take care of all that. Head of the guards, a cook, a cleaner, a treasurer.
Gardener.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, just want a gardener.
It'll look nice.
Yeah, like a groundskeeper. I'll put groundskeeper.
Groundskeeper's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's up to
internal
y'all to
affairs.
decide where you section those out and everything. And then I don't need huge dossiers. I don't need like your character level of background. Like if you just want to give them a quick like name, description of them, which should include their race and their age, and then a quick backstory of like who they are, like kind of where they come from. So if it's like, oh, you guys are rising up a common born from Draville and everything, then that's fine. Like your groundskeeper, for example, like a quick one, you could be like, he is the fucking, I keep using Edgar, so we'll just use Edgar. We'll just use the Mephalius' name. Like Edgar Treebeard is the new groundskeeper. He's a human, about age 20. He was a common born in Draville that we kind of rose up and gave him a job because he didn't really have too many skills. He's now our groundskeeper, and that can be simple enough. If you guys want to go into more detail, that's up to you, but I only need like a paragraph of background. And then tell me like how they fucking met you and why y'all like them.
Okay.
What did you guys want? Are we deciding this now or no?
No, y'all can
no,
talk
we
about
can't.
it over the
We can,
week
yeah.
if you want to. Y'all can also decide it now if you guys want to.
Doesn't matter
I
to
can
me.
section them out.
I
Which ones are
don't
the
have
ones
a
that grab
particular
you?
preference. I don't have anything in mind yet, so.
No.
The two that speak to me, head guard I think makes sense for Remus, warrior to warrior.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's too easy. And then head of house I could probably do. I'm very much gonna go. If y'all have seen the Grand Budapest Hotel,
Oh, jeez.
the foreman of that guy is who I would pick, like a very stiff, a very proper, like elegant speaker type guy.
Definitely.
That's who I'd roll. So if I could
Alright.
pick, I pick
And then
those two.
again, like I said earlier, if you guys want to bring in NPCs that you guys like and bring them into here that already exist, that's totally fine. If you don't want to do the work, that's totally fine. Just like grab an NPC, it doesn't matter. But you will lose like allies in other places. But it looks like that's already happening to you guys.
No, it's alright.
What
It's alright.
allies?
We'll usurp Cayenne.
I'm kind
Oh,
of fond
yeah,
of-
go ahead, Mac.
Next time, boys.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of fond of treasurer and cook if you want to do cleaner and groundskeeper cult.
Oh, I was thinking treasure and something else.
Okay.
I don't like Supermine though. If you want those two,
Treasurer, I kind of had an idea for, but
if you got an idea, go for it, man. I don't have an idea yet.
I'm afraid.